Before the world spoke in machines and wires, there were lands that spoke with trees, rivers, fire, and drums. In the hills of Lofa, among the sacred groves of the Gbandi people, lived a village that listened, not to men, but to ancestors. Their messenger, a drum, old as time, carved from mahogany, laced with lion hide, and fed with palm oil and fire. The Drum of Gbandi. It beat when children were born. It beat when leaders rose. And when lies threatened the soul of the land, it roared. But one day, it fell silent. And so did the village. The last priest, old Baba Sewa, guarded the drum. They say he was born with white eyes and knew the names of spirits before he knew his own. He warned the elders, "When I am gone, guard the truth, or the drum will guard it itself." They laughed, as elders do when age speaks in riddles. Then he died, suddenly, quietly, and the drum never sounded again. At first, the silence was peace, but peace turned to dryness. Crops failed, goats birthed still, children coughed blood, and every night the wind whispered not in blessings, but in warning. The people begged the drum to speak. They sang. They poured libations. They offered white fowls and kola nuts. Nothing. In the shadow of the silence lived Wulorma, a girl of 16, mute since birth, eyes like moonlit water. Her voice stolen at birth, some say by spirits, some by sorrow. She lived on the edge of the village, raised by an old herbalist who found her as a baby beside her dead mother after a canoe capsized on the Moa River. She never spoke, but she listened to the earth, to wind, to pain. She spoke with her hands, her eyes, and her heart. Children feared her, elders ignored her, but at night the forest knew her name. Then it happened. Midnight, no moon, no stairs. The drum of Gbandi began to beat on its own. Boom, 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 boom. The village woke in terror. Fathers clutched machetes. Mothers whispered prayers. The elders rushed to the sacred hut. But the drum sat alone. No wind, no man, yet it pulsed with breath. On the third night, the elders lay in wait. What they saw silenced them forever. Wulorma, barefoot, in a white wrapper, eyes rolled back, hands on the drum, whispering in an ancient tongue none had spoken in generations. The next day, the sun refused to shine. The chief, gripped by fear and pride, declared, "She must answer. If she's a vessel of evil, let the drum expose her. If she's of the ancestors, let them speak through her again." They brought her before the people. Thousands gathered. Some spat. Some cried. Others knelt, believing. They placed the drum before her and said, "Strike it, girl. Let the spirits judge." She raised her hand, struck once, boom, twice, boom. The third strike, the drum burst into flames. The fire rose high into the sky, then turned blue. From within the flame, a voice thundered, "Not male, not female, not human. The land shall die until the truth of the betrayal is revealed." The oldest elder, Kene, wept aloud. The priest, Baba Saiwe, he was murdered, he confessed. "We killed him." Gasps swept the crowd. "We wanted power." The priest refused to wed his daughter to the chief's son, a man of violence. "So we poisoned him and buried the truth beneath this drum." The villagers wailed. Some fled. Some fell on their knees. But Wulorma did not speak. She walked to the sacred tree, placed her hand on its bark, and sang. She sang, not with lips, but with spirit. Her voice filled the air like water fills a calabash. Ancestors gathered, spirits stirred, and the sky opened. Rain, the land wept, the river returned, the goats danced. The weeks that followed, the village elders, one by one, stepped down. They had led with pride, but Wulorma had led with silence, spirit, and truth. The people gathered, not by command, but by calling. And there, beneath the sacred cotton tree, they anointed her. Wulorma, the first female priestess of Gbandi. She did not speak a word, but her presence was enough. The drum beat gently as she stepped forward, not as a child, but as the vessel of the ancestors. She taught the young to listen to the earth, to speak less and hear more. She rewrote the village laws to restore forgotten truths, that no voice is too small and no truth stays buried forever. The rains returned, so did the river, and so did truth. For truth is like the drum. It may fall silent for a season, but when the ancestors are ready, it speaks through those brave enough to listen. And in Gbandi land, the people finally listened, because one girl who had no voice became the voice for them all. And so, the girl who had no voice became the spirit of a people. The truth returned, and the land healed. But what about us? What truths are we afraid to speak? What voices have we silenced? And what forgotten drums still wait to be heard? What did this story mean to you? Share your thoughts in the comments. Was Wulorma truly chosen? Or did her pain awaken the ancestors? Have you ever seen silence turn into power? Thank you for watching The Last Drum of Gbandi. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more stories from the soul of Africa. When we listen to silence, we hear the ancestors.